house. That's the cold hard truth.
Welcome back to the action, wrestling fans. Green Mountain Wrestling's Slamville and Danville continues to roll along right here in the Danville Green in Danville, Vermont. Johnny Pierce on his way down to the ring, flanked with the banged up and bruised Selena Hekate, fresh off of her loss to El Valentine. Close behind, and Johnny Pierce continuing to force himself upon the ground here in Danville, Vermont. Pierce continues to come out here every single week and attempt to completely take over the event. Forcefully, might I add, and make it all about him. And this is no exception. We saw him at the very beginning of the event. If you didn't catch it, head back on the YouTube page and check out the previous video. Johnny Pierce just has a thing, man. He needs to be the center of attention at all times, and if it ain't happening, then woe be to anyone else who has that spotlight on them. But Johnny Pierce has been doing quite a bit to torture the Green Mountain Wrestling roster and crowd, and he plans to continue that punishment on tonight, as he has a personal vendetta against this man. A personal vendetta for what, you may ask? I'll tell you. Preston Douglas dared to do the right thing and to stand up for justice. Preston Douglas tried to better himself. Preston Douglas decided to break rank. A few months ago, Johnny Pierce orchestrated an incredible beatdown alongside the Memory Museum as they decimated Mullet Man in that ring. And the next man to come down to the ring was Preston Douglas, seemingly to help out, chair in hand. Douglas and Mullet Man have a past. They've been in the ring against each other many times. They do not like each other. So all signs pointing to Preston Douglas joining in on the attack. But instead, Preston Douglas, for the first time in his life, later on claiming it was because he wanted his daughters to be able to look at him and appreciate him and look up to him and see a good man, he decided to do the right thing. He turned that chair on Johnny Pierce, and Pierce has not forgotten. And tonight, Preston Douglas has to atone for his sins against the cold hard truth. And as much as I enjoy Preston Douglas here at Green Mountain Wrestling, what I believe Douglas needs to focus on tonight is survival. Because Johnny Pierce is no normal man. And Preston is in for a world of hurt if he doesn't be careful. If he isn't careful.
Pierce Mountain, weighing in at 304 pounds, he is the cold hard truth, Johnny Pierce! And his opponent, weighing in at 200 pounds, hailing from Barry, Vermont, he is Mr. Elegance
Douglas is going to need to focus on speed, agility, his ability to work around that ring. There's no slight to him, but he cannot match the size and strength of Johnny Pierce here.
Are you making fun of me?
He also needs to work on outsmarting the big man. He needs to be able to be a few steps ahead of Johnny Pierce if he wants to survive this matchup. Selena Hekate holding her
I've been ready for a long time, Steve.
Her abdominal region after the punishment she took from El Valentine. Maybe that'll teach her to, maybe that'll get her to not interfere in this matchup. Douglas, not backing down, went right up into Johnny's face.
I know it's funny. I know it's funny.
And a pie face to Preston Douglas.
Hey, what you got there, bub?
And Preston Douglas calls on the old, what do you got there on your chest? It worked. Go figure. Douglas off the ropes, coming in with a clothesline, but Pierce barely moving. to the big man, staggers him, but hasn't gone down yet. Kicks the leg out, down to one knee. We're getting somewhere. Off the ropes now. Ducks a clothesline. Cross body takes the cold hard truth down. And Preston Douglas is looking like $1 million here.
Holy crap. I'm hanging out with my friend. Nobody cares what you need.
Johnny Pierce claiming to have friends. We all know the truth, however. That fan didn't want to be rude. Johnny Pierce taking his time to get back in. Perhaps realizing that Preston Douglas, he's here to bring the heat. He's not here to be a pushover.
Get it back! Get it back! Get it back! Get it back!
Perhaps that change of heart was also a change of character. And Pierce making a mistake here, turning his back on Douglas. Douglas holding him in the ropes. Across the chest, but Pierce catches him in the last one and strings him up over that top rope. Has it across the throat.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
And Pierce crotching himself on that top rope. Preston Douglas saw it coming out of the way. And taking him for a ride. Not a comfortable one. It's like riding a bike with no seat on. Douglas coming down with a crunching blow to apparently his eye. Douglas looking for that sharpshooter. No. Rolls back and ties those legs up. Didn't have it cinched in all the way. Pierce able to escape. Douglas throws some trash to the Hellcat on the outside. Wait a minute. Johnny Pierce has that crocodile staff, and it bounces back, hits him in the face. Schoolboy trip up, goes for the cover now.
1, 2,
no, sits up with Preston Douglas in hand, well in hand. The brute strength on display here by Johnny Pierce. Picks him up over the shoulder. Snake eyes on that top turnbuckle, followed up by the laced up boot. And Preston Douglas is in trouble once again.
You want to play figure four down there? No.
And stomping the ankle, trying to tear up the joints, the ligaments. Oh, God. I mean, that'll make it just painful for him to simply stand. Punishment to the lower back as well. Putting all of his weight to the lower lumbar. And Preston Douglas he's having a hard time, we'll say that. Headbutt, sends him reeling. Preston Douglas into the back corner. Sends him to the opposite with force. Crashing into that top turnbuckle, continuing the punishment on the back.
What are you going to do?
And Preston Douglas, although he's taking a beating here, shouldn't be counted out, taken lightly. But it seems like Johnny Pierce might be doing exactly that. Pierce is taking his time, he's trash talking with the crowd. Might be a mistake. Time will tell, however. As now Johnny Pierce picks him up like nothing. And now trying to squeeze the life out of him. Putting pressure on that lower lumbar, lower back that he was punishing earlier. Referee Steve Nova right there making sure that he's going to be there within earshot if Preston Douglas does indeed give up. But Douglas not giving up just yet. Fighting back on the cold hard truth. Headlock goes for a bulldog, but is sent into the corner. Picks him up, and Preston Douglas just found out why the sidewalk ends. Pierce go for a blatant choke, if only for a minute, only for a moment, and dropping that elbow on Douglas.
what happened.
And I'm seeing a shiner develop on the upper cheek below the eye of Johnny Pierce. I'm wondering if one of the shots that Preston Douglas laid in caught him under the eye, left a mark. Win or lose, Johnny Pierce will be looking in the mirror and remembering the fight that he was in with Preston Douglas. Drop toe hold. Johnny Pierce face first into that middle turnbuckle. Oh! Dropping him face first into the canvas. And Douglas heading to the outside, climbing the ropes. Johnny Pierce out on his feet, doesn't see it. Douglas, here he comes. Bulldog off the top. Goes for the cover now.
1, 2.
Good weight across the shoulders. Johnny Pierce not having much of a problem kicking out of that. Wait a minute. What the hell is Selena Hekate doing? He's gonna try to hit it with a chair. Douglas grabs the chair, tears it off of her. And I would not feel bad. Or I would completely understand if Preston Douglas swung that chair right back at Selena Hekate. With the honorable man that Preston Douglas now is, refuses to do so, hands the chair back. Probably the better, the better. Wait a minute, Johnny Pierce! Pierce with that staff once again! The crocodile-headed staff! Choking the life out of Preston Douglas! While Selena Hekate continues to distract referee Steve Nova.
Hurry up! 1, 2.
Yes! Preston Douglas able to get the shoulder up last minute. Pierce, I believe, thought he had it on that one. Thought it was over. Thought he had choked the life out of him. But Preston Douglas, no! Running up power slam onto his head. Both legs.
1, 2, 3.
And that's going to be it.
And your winner, Ice Cold, Johnny Pierce.
You gotta give it to Preston Douglas. He was a man of his word. He didn't back down. He showed that he is now a man of integrity. And he backed up his prior actions. He didn't chicken out. He didn't change his mind. He stuck to his guns. And he went out there and he fought Johnny Pierce face to face.
You wanna get up? You wanna get up?
And he's telling Pierce that he's not done. That Pierce didn't destroy him. Can't keep him down. Pierce taking umbrage with that, of course. And now he's going to try and finish him. Go for that huge powerbomb. Wait a minute! Mullet Man coming out of the ring! Mullet Man's seen enough! Mullet Man remembers! He remembers being saved by that man! Being saved by Preston Douglas! And now he's returning the favor! What goes around comes around in this sport! And Mullet Man just came through on his end of the deal! And Johnny Pierce and Selena Hekate are run off by the Mullet Maniac. He's calling for a microphone. Let's hear what Mullet Man has to say.
You know something? There's one thing that I can't stand, and that's a bully. How many kids here in the audience have had a bully before? Because I will stand up to any bully in Green Mountain Wrestling. So let me tell you something, Mullet Maniacs. How about August 17th, Sunday, August 17th, the Anarchy at the Alchemist in Stowe, Vermont. I challenge Johnny Pierce to a match. Because nobody will bully anybody in this ring if I have anything to do with it.
Perfectly said by the Mullet Maniac. No notes, you heard him. It's going down. Mullet Man versus Johnny Pierce at the Alchemist, August 17th. Don't go anywhere, folks. Climax to come right here at Slamville in Danville.